Nå sliter jeg litt med å huske hvordan det her skal henge sammen. Skal vi se... Den skal vel der, skal den ikke nå. Så skal den... Der. Den skal der. Ja, det sitter ikke så godt det her. Spørsmålet er om jeg kanskje må revurdere hele planen her, eller ballettet. Litt mange ting som skal få plass på litt mange rare vinkler. Ja, vi gjør et forsøk til. Blir et forsøk til, skal vi se her. Så skal vi til den på. Der. Ja, dette er fra andre. Jeg satt jo bedre sammen når jeg bygde det første gangen. Så hva er det som har skjedd nå? Man tror. Det kan være bare fordi jeg monterer i en litt annen rekkefølge. Jeg skulle bare bytte ut noen klosser jeg hadde i feil farge, som jeg har fått i riktig farge nå. Det var liksom det som var dagens plan. Den skal der. Den skal der, det skal den. Tja. Den skal der, den da skal der, sånn. Da burde den vært koblet sammen der, og det kunne være for det. Vi får det nok til. Det blir litt prøving og feiling når man bygger egne modeller, ikke ferdig sett. Da blir det sånn prøving og feiling. Det må til. Så er det ofte litt sånn at man vil litt mer enn det som kanskje viljen vil mer enn evnen. Vi gir oss ikke med det første. Den skal inn der. Sånn. Vi fikk det sammen da, vel? Ja, så det gikk nå da. Ja, kanskje det hjalp å sette på den lille greia jeg gjorde der. Kanskje det var nok til å få det mer stabilt. Den skal vi ikke ha, så det er greit. Oi. Ja, så skal den på der, og den på der. Det vil også gjøre det enda litt mer stabilt, til jeg tror. Sånn. Der. Hovedproblemet er at det vinduet, jeg ville ha det vinduet 8-kanta i den størrelsen der. Det er ikke perfekt det her heller, men det er det beste jeg har så langt. Det kan hende jeg kommer til å gå tilbake her og prøve å gjøre om det en gang, men for nå så er det bra nok. Det er i hvert fall det at den er igjen. Problemet er at den sitter så dårlig. Den har bare festet på én stødd. Så er den veldig vanskelig å sette på etter at den er montert. Så det er noe dritt. Jeg kan prøve litt snikende. Så må jeg prøve noe sånn. Ja, ok. Sånn. Det er garantert noe jeg kommer til å gå tilbake på og se på senere. Men sånn, nå sitter den. Det som er utfordringen nå er at det er litt vanskelig å få på det taket her. Også, det er heller ikke helt trivielt. Jeg tror han skal der. Sånn. Og sånn. Så skal de her på De ikke så lei, egentlig. De skal vindskyene. Det det på engelsk, vindsky. Sånn. Der. Så jeg tror det ser... Når du går nærmere det, så ser det litt sånn rart ut. Men når du står på avstand, så får du i hvert fall effekten av åttekant av vinduet. Neste steg nå å legge på det jeg har tenkt å bruke som takstein. Da. Det skal på hele veien her. Jeg litt usikker på om jeg skal bare fortsette sånn her, eller om jeg skal ta tak i, men det foreløpig funker det. Og det som planen at det her har jeg blandet sammen så godt jeg kan. Så jeg skal ikke drive og ta annenvær eller noe sånt, for det tenker jeg det kommer til å se litt sånn kunstig tilfeldig ut. Og jeg har lyst til å blande fargene, for det som et gammelt slitt tak, så jeg bare tar helt tilfeldig ned i den haven her. Så da kan det gå til, det blir ganske mange like på rad. Men da blir det i hvert fall helt tilfeldig, tenker jeg. Og det nok det som også med det taket, at det har jo vært samme farge en gang. Så da forandrer fargen seg litt sånn tilfeldig, vil jeg tro. Det eneste som kan være vel at jeg tror det denne delen av stasjonen nyere enn den delen, så det kan jo hende det egentlig noen sånn fargeforskjeller der da, på taket. Det får gå. Det blir nok noe om. Jeg tenker det her blir variert nok. Og jeg var litt usikker på hvordan det her kom til å se ut, men når jeg ser på det nå, så synes jeg det blir en ganske grei løsning på tak. Det her kommer til å ta litt tid. Når jeg har gjort ferdig det her, så tenkte jeg at jeg skulle begynne å bygge litt mer rundt, så jeg skal sette på noen baseplater rundt her, og lage litt sånn landskap rundt her da. Og så lage en sånn sidebygning som skal stå cirka her jeg har venstrehånda mi nå, baki her. Det bare sånn ganske liten bygning som skal stå i bakgrunnen. Jeg skal ha en liten bilvei som går forbi her, og som går bortover den retningen. Så det blir litt sånn morsomt. Det kommer til å gi det her litt mer sånn litt mer feeling på hvordan det blir, tenker jeg, når du får noe rundt. Få det inn i et landskap. Spørsmålet om jeg har nok sånn her. Jeg trodde det var 2000. Skal vi se hvor mange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Det 7 ganger 8, det 56. Det 61, 60 da. 1, 2. 60 ganger 16, det 600, det 960. Så da det jo cirka 2000, ja, så cirka 2000 studs her da. Hvis det her 2000 da, så bør det være akkurat. Jeg skal jo ha sånne her på den sidebygningen nå, så det kan hende det litt lite da, men det jo ikke noe som så veldig vanskelig å få tak i litt antall av det her da. Det sånne vanlige cheese slopes i light bluish grey og dark bluish grey. Like mange av hver. Må bare være flink til å blande inn like mange av hver hvis jeg kjøper flere, så det ikke blir noe annen mix. Ikke sånn veldig mye å si det, men det jo lett å få til det akkurat det da. Jeg lurer på om jeg skal ta av taket, for jeg ser når jeg trykker ned, så løsner det litt. Samtidig så er det litt lettere å se når det er på, hvor langt inn her jeg kan gå, men jeg kan kanskje sette på de først da. Det kan jeg gjøre. Så kan jeg ta av taket etterpå. Jeg kan ikke legge på takstein helt inn på skrå her, for da den går liksom bak den, hva heter det utbygget her da. Jeg er dårlig på sånn snekkerterminologi, det har sikkert et navn. Ja, ikke så lett å se på det bildet på videoen der ser hva jeg driver, eller sånn, jeg har ikke et sånn nærbilde av det jeg driver med det her, men i hvert fall når jeg ser, det er litt annerledes når jeg ser på videobildet, så ser jeg synes på en måte stasjonen ser bedre ut på videobildet enn i virkeligheten, og det er sikkert fordi det er litt lenger unna, så på en måte de småtingene som jeg synes er litt sånn ikke liker så godt, de blir litt borte på video. Ja, og så er det speilvendt også, så det er også litt nivå. Der ser du taket litt bedre, der skinner det ikke så hardt. Yeah, it looks clean. I'm not sure if that's a positive thing or a negative thing. It's a kind of old train station, so shouldn't look too clean, but yeah, I'm not sure. It might be a good thing as well, depending on what you mean, I guess. Yeah, so I can repeat in English. I'm just placing, what did you call it, the tiles on the roof there. So it's gonna take a time. It's about 2,000 studs, I think. And I'm trying to kind of randomize the colors, the light bluish gray and the dark bluish gray here. So that's how the tiles on the original train station looks like. So it's seen the age of time, I guess, call it. So I'm just placing the tiles around this other section here. So I think I will try to take the roof off to do all the tiling, but I'll wait a little bit. I'll continue this way a little bit just to see how it works. I also have some small little details I need to kind of figure out at the end how to do, like up here it's a kind of a weird hole, so I might be able to have one more section with slopes here or something. It's kind of the same issue there. You can see it on the top that it's kind of a hole here. There's also, I can just easily add a stud on each of these. There's a kind of weird kind of thing going on the top here. I'm not really sure on how I'm going to do that. And when I add the tiles like this on top here, it's going to be maybe not easy to see, but you see that there's kind of this weird hole in the middle there. So I'm wondering if I'll just take a long bar with 1x1 bricks and just lay it on top there. I can just try now to see if that's going to work. I've used that technique earlier on previous models similar to this, so and I think that might be, so just stack these in a way. Yeah, then I can have a 1x1 plate, no, tile at the end there. I might be actually be able to fit it to this. So that will be something like this. So yeah, that might be the solution there. I'm not really sure yet, but maybe something like that. Okay, issue with the cable, power cable. Okay, yeah, so there's that. I'm just going to continue now with tiling. It's not going to be a really long stream today. I think I will end at 10 or maybe 11:30. 10:30, is that 11:30? No. Yeah, okay, 10:30. We'll see. So as I said in Norwegian, the plan after the train station is to kind of build the surroundings here. So add some landscape around the train station and a little side building that's behind there in the back. And then at the end I will integrate it to the train layout I have above me in the garage. So that will be really cool. And also add more landscape to that layout. Trees and just trees, of course, and also just small landscape stuff around the train track. So that should be fun. I'm looking forward to that. And that should also go a lot faster than some of this stuff has done, because there has been I had some kind of issues with this train station. There's kind of a lot of small details I had to figure out here, how to build. I'm probably not done yet, but most of it is done, I guess. So, are you guys building something tonight or working on some Lego projects? What's going on? It actually takes a while, but it's not that slow either, so it's kind of a nice little thing to sit and do and not think too much about what you're doing. So it's easier to sit and talk with you guys. So this train station is part of the Dovre Railway in Norway. It's a really old station and has been part of the Dovre Railway since it opened in 1921. So it's 100 years since it was opened. I think it's in the spring, no, in the autumn. Yeah, but it's not longer in use because it's kind of it's placed in the middle of nowhere actually. So there's not any people or not many people living in close to this train station. So it's more like it was more like a kind of tourist destination. I think there's a hotel quite nearby, and there's a lake that I think is quite good for fishing in the summer, at least. In the winter, it's covered with ice. So yeah, it might be some kind of ice. What do you call that? Ice fishing. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to call it in English, but yeah. But I think it's kind of that's what it mainly was for, like a kind of a place to kind of go off the train and have some days off in the mountains on Dovre. So there's that. It was a train station. It was kind of I'm not really sure what to call it, but kind of a holdeplass in Norwegian. So a place where you just there's nothing much around the station. It's just on and off the train, and probably some delivery of goods for the hotel, maybe, and maybe some posts. I'm not sure, but it might be at least in the old days. It might be some kind of postal delivery on the train to the city. The closest city to this, or I'm not sure if the closest, but it's kind of close to us to Trondheim. So the Dovre Railway, it doesn't start, but it's kind of a main line going from Oslo to Trondheim, which goes over Dovre. So the Dovre Railway is part of the route from Oslo to Trondheim. Yeah, and this train station is kind of the last train station before you go down from Dovre towards Trondheim. There's quite a lot of stations between this one and Trondheim, but this one is the last one before you start to drive downhill, I think. I'm not really sure, but I think maybe the next station towards Trondheim is Oppdal. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's the case. So it will be interesting here to see if I have enough of these slopes or not. Should be around 2,000 slopes on this roof, and I think I've ordered 2,000. So it might be really close at the end. Sorry that the lighting condition is kind of reflective here. It's basically because I'm using new bricks, actually. The light is, of course, coming from the top here, but it helped now, I see, when I rotated it a little bit. So the pattern here is completely random, so that's the plan, to have this as random as possible. If you have any thoughts on that, please let me know. I'm doing it like this to keep it 100% random. I'm not looking at which color I'm picking up. I'm just picking up, and I don't bother if I have a lot of the same color next to each other here. I just want it to be completely random because I think that's the way it is in real life. I might be wrong. It might be that there's sections that get the same color with the wearing and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm not sure. But this is the closest thing I can think of getting it like it is. There are some parts here that I need to change out with light bluish gray. I'm waiting on a Lego bricks and pieces order, and those tend to take quite a lot of time to arrive, so I placed some black ones here for now, but those will be changed eventually. I actually need to buy some, or maybe not. No, I don't think so. I thought I had to buy some base plates, but to the surroundings here. But then now I see that the train station is of course raised here because the train track is going to be lower. So I have some dark bluish gray and light bluish gray base plates that I can use here because it's going to be the layout, the surroundings, the layout, or the landscape stuff is going to be raised anyways, so it doesn't really matter, which is nice. So I think I'm going to do some more live streams this week. I'm not going to complete this tile work now, so I need to continue on that at least, and then of course continue on the rest I have planned for this. It's going to take some time before I finish, but I will live stream at least a few more times this week, and I will probably announce it a bit earlier than I did now. If I'll try at least. It's not always easy to plan when you have the time to do live streams, but I'll try. Yeah, and then I'll probably sit a little bit longer than an hour. I'll probably sit a few hours at least. But today I started kind of late, so that's why it won't be that long today. This was kind of a refreshing thing to sit and do. Not much to sit and think about, just build. That's okay. It doesn't take that much time either. It's not that slow actually. For some reason, some of these are not as easy to place as the others. Okay, so maybe I'll finish off this side today or something. Yeah, it should be possible, I guess. I'm a little bit unsure on what to do with this part here. If I should add some kind of what you call that in English. The kind of, you have this kind of rail here where water will kind of go, and then I'm not really sure if the real station has it. I need to check that, but yeah, if it doesn't, it might actually look exactly like this. So yeah, I need to check that to see. But if it has something like that, I'm not really sure how to do that. But we'll see. We'll check first if it has something like that. I was there a year ago. Wasn't it a year ago? It was over a year ago. I took some pictures, so I have something reference. I was going to Oppdal on a Lego exhibition, so I just stopped there on the way. It's right by the highway, the train. The train track that goes over Dovre is right by E6, the kind of main route over Dovre. It's not the fastest way to go from Oslo to Trondheim by car, but when you're going to Oppdal, it's the fastest way. The fastest way is the Riksvei 3. So that goes on, it goes by Elverum. Another reason why I went that way is that I was in Hamar on the National Railway Museum on my way up, and that was a lot of fun. So Hamar is also by the train, the train track just by. I'm wondering how it's going to be when I start to transport this station. I think at least the ground floor is solid, really solid, and the roof is removable, and also quite solid at least. But this section here is not solid at all. So the intention when I started building was to make it really solid, so it would be easy to transport it. But I just couldn't figure out a way to do this kind of front section here solid, not yet at least. So that's actually an issue that I want to do something about. But at the same time, there's a lot of kind of details I want to have in the front there, so it might be difficult to make it solid as well. So we'll see. It shouldn't be that hard to find a big enough box for this either. So it should be possible to kind of transport it without major issues. So also not too time consuming to kind of rebuild a little thing on the front there if it's damaged during transport. I have a complete digital design of the way I've built it. So I kind of updated I kind of started with the digital design and built this model out of the digital design. And then I, of course, as I always have to do, I had to do some changes to the model when I started building it with the real bricks. So then I've updated the digital model when I've done changes, so it's up to date on how it looks. So if something breaks, I don't need to remember everything from memory. I can look into the digital file to see how it should be. And that's usually I tend to remember how I put it together. It's not that complicated usually. So it should be okay, but it's always a comforting thing to have the digital file to kind of look into when you have to rebuild. It removes a bit of stress on exhibitions and stuff when you don't need to think too much and just can watch how it should be. Another option is, of course, to take a lot of pictures. If you're not building digital, you can take a lot of pictures when you are at the stage I am now. So you can kind of take it apart and take pictures to kind of remember how it's connected. That's also a really solid tip, I think. So you get this kind of weird pattern here. It's not a pattern, but it's kind of, some people are probably going to think there's a story behind the pattern here, but it's, yeah, you guys know it isn't. Okay, so this section also is quite, yeah, I'll deal with that later. It's not that solid, but it's also not a big issue. This thing is really solid. It won't stand everything, of course, but it will handle transportation, at least transportation by car, maybe not by train with luggage people, but that's not going to happen anyway. As long as I'm handling the transportation myself, it should be okay. It's also an issue that this roof is kind of big, so it's not completely straight. I need to kind of adjust it sometimes. Now it seems kind of okay. So the roof itself is a lot heavier when I put the tires on than before. You can feel the weight here. I guess it's like a kilo more or something, maybe even more. So, but that should be okay. Shouldn't be an issue. But we'll see. You always kind of run into unexpected issues when building models like this. And of course, by building a lot of these, you kind of get some experience and avoid a few issues you have encountered before, but there's always something new with each model, always something new to fill around with. So, for example, the reason why I built this kind of as solid as I did in the start, and that the module itself is not too big, it's just 2 base plates. That's of course by experience from earlier stuff I've built. So I made a model of another train station. That's how long is it? It's probably 10 years ago or something. And that was not on 2 base plates. I think that one was on 4 or something. And the model itself was not as stable as this one, and it was a lot bigger. So and not modular. So it was fixed on those 4 base plates. So it was quite difficult to kind of transport it. When having models like that, you suddenly need to kind of have a certain type of car to get the stuff transported, and you need help by other people to kind of get it in and out of the car and placed on the correct location on the exhibition. And that's a bit of a hassle. So you learn something from every kind of model you make, and that's no difference if the model is big or small. It's kind of the you have a learning curve either way. Yeah, I see now that I need to take the roof off to kind of fit these all the way in here. So I might as well do that right away because I have to do it. So the problem is on top here, it's kind of, I don't get any kind of control here when I place the bricks. So let's see if we can take this roof off without. Let's see. Yeah, just one section. Then it's easier to put slopes on this as well. this one can actually stay here, and that's good. Okay, so let's see if I'm able to kind of take this apart. Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, okay, so that's why it was actually loose here. And I'm wondering if there's a way to make kind of this thing a bit more stable, but I'm not sure. But that's also something to play around with. It's not entirely aligned either, so the two sides of the roof is not perfectly aligned. Now it is, but it will kind of change a bit because it's not that well attached to each other, the two sides. So that's also something I'm going to try to improve at least. Not really sure how I'm going to do it, but at least I'll try. Oh. Lego and not kind of straight angles, 90 degrees and so on, is not always that easy. So you need to you need to be kind of good with math actually to kind of calculate how to kind of get the correct angle and how many studs you need kind of in each direction to be able to kind of fit it correctly. Or you can kind of use technique that I've used here where you use kind of clips and this handle stuff. Then you have a little you have some studs, or not studs, but half a stud or something to kind of adjust it. But the problem then is that it's not as stable as it would be if you had used kind of strict angles and figured out the math. So I might have to do that in the end. This was not that easy, actually. But it works in a way. I should have done this lower section first. It's kind of hard to fit it here. It's kind of cold here today because I've turned down the heat because I haven't been home for a week. So it's about, I guess, 15 degrees in here or something. I've turned the heat up now, but it takes a bit of time to get it up when it's kind of cold outside. So my fingers get a bit cold now. Okay, I lost. Okay, well, that's not. That's okay. I also need to make a sticker here because I need the name of the station on the front there. This 2x4 tile. So that should be kind of an easy task actually. It's just figure out the font and then print a sticker on a 2x4 tile. So that's 8 by 32. No, sorry. It's 16 by 32 tile. Should be easily fixed. Probably will just wait until the end before I do that. Usually I tend to kind of just print those tiles at home it's quite expensive to go to a kind of copy shop to do that, at least there in Norway. So if I need a lot of stickers, then I place them, combine them on one single sheet, and then I just go to a print shop and do it, because the quality is a bit better than you get at least than what I get at home. So that's the way I do it, at least. So why isn't this kind of better? Why doesn't this sit better together? Not really sure. But it's not quite aligned here. I'm not really sure on why. It's probably because the connection I have isn't it's not exact. So it kind of stretches a bit because the connection I have isn't mathematically correct or something. But at the same time, it's kind of easy to adjust it when I'm not building at the same time. So once I've done tiling this, it will be kind of easy to kind of align it, and then it won't move. So we'll see if I get that. If I find a better solution to the issue, then I will of course change it, but we'll see. It's always kind of a tricky thing to kind of decide on how much time to spend on structure details to get it solid enough, or spend more time on kind of details that you can see. So stuff around the station and details on the station and stuff like that. Because people watching this won't kind of see the structural things. So as long as it's possible to set it up on an exhibition and it's kind of stable throughout the exhibition, and you don't spend too much time on stuff before and after, and it should be okay. At least that's the way I think about it. But it's always a good feeling to kind of fix those structural challenges. Then you'll learn something for next time, and then you can do it from the start on the next project. So I'm quite excited when I'm kind of done with the train station, and I can put it on the layout, and I can run the train around it and just take some video and pictures to see kind of how it looks kind of when it's done. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm quite satisfied with the kind of overall look of it, so that should be fun to see, and it should also scale well with the size of the train, of course, because they are built on the same scale. And then also when you place kind of minifigures around here, it should be a lot of fun. Let's see. just thinking if I'm not sure if there should be a chimney here. And I really hope it isn't kind of here now, because these tiles aren't that easy to kind of take off in the center. It's easy to take them off by on the side there, but yeah, I need to check that. If there's a chimney on the building, it would be kind of nicely included on the model as well. I'm not sure if there is. Might not be. On the other hand, it would be really weird if there's not that chimney on a train station that's 100 years old, that's located on on the mountain side in Norway, where there's kind of freezing cold winters. So if it's not a chimney there, it's probably been one before, at least. Has to be a chimney on that train station. Can't imagine anything else. But I hope it's on the other side. Okay, so this kind of loosened a bit. There we go. Oops. Okay, so this was actually quite stable when I put it together. I don't actually think this one is an issue, but it fell off now. Here we go. Here we go. That should be okay. Oops, no, I was pressing it too hard again. So, there we go. Yeah, should be okay, I guess. Stable enough. What I thought it. This fell off. Where was? Yeah, just here. So, trying something new now. See if it's easier here. Oops, something fell off. This section right there. Okay, oops. See that there's some tiles that not the same kind of, but that's okay, I guess, that there's some difference between the tiles in the same row. Oh, there's a lot of tiles here. Oh my god. There's a few hundred tiles now left still. Okay, I'm a bit clumsy now. Keep loosening stuff. That's not good. What happened now? Okay. You know what? I'll take it off for now. I'll put it on when I'm done, I guess. Easier. Oh, this entire thing fell off. Okay, is it stable now? I think so. Yeah, everything moves a bit when I'm placing these tiles. So when you do this a lot, you get kind of your hands get kind of struggle a bit. So it's probably not a good idea to kind of do too much of this, because then you can get some kind of injury in your hand, I guess. So it's probably a good idea to take kind of some breaks from this. So I will continue this section now, and then I'll end for today, I guess. It's kind of late, and it's also, I think, a good idea to just not do too much of this at the same time. At least not for me. So I think I'll put the roof back on top here so you can see when I'm done here. See how it looks. There's still some slopes left here. Still a few hundred, I think. I'm trying to kind of build as much as possible in these coming weeks, because after Easter we are going to kind of get into spring mode here in Norway, and then there's always a lot of stuff happening. You have a lot of stuff to do at home in the garden, and then there's kind of all kind of stuff happening at the same time. And there's probably going to be a lot of kind of the COVID-19 restrictions are probably going to lighten up when we close in on summer or spring, and then more people are going to be vaccinated, and more people being outside is also going to help, I think, at least. So, and then probably there will be a lot more stuff happening with kids activities and everything. So, and of course stuff for stuff I want to do myself. So that's not possible now. So we'll see. That's why I'm kind of trying to spend as much time as possible now, because now I have the time to do it, and I want to kind of prepare as much as possible before the exhibition starts. That's also a thing when the COVID-19 restrictions are removed, then there will come exhibitions and situations where it's possible to kind of show off the models, and then you want to be ready. Ready for action. Okay, now we have 4 rows left soon. We have this kind of the Lego user group here in Norway. We have a meeting tomorrow, so I'm this kind of call this video meeting. So I think I will continue then on adding tiles. So I won't be live streaming, but I'll at least get something done. So probably next time I will post something on YouTube, I will have progressed some more. Maybe not all the way, but at least progressed. We'll see. So I'm wondering if, let's see, it's Tuesday tomorrow. Then we have Wednesday. Is there something happening then? Oh, I think I will plan a live stream for Wednesday. I'm not really sure on what I'm going to do yet, but it's going to be related to the train station, I think. It depends on where I am in the process then. Probably not that far ahead. Probably something similar to this. But there's often more people here when I kind of plan it a bit ahead. So try that next time. Get some kind of more questions and interactions, and that's always fun. And we kind of achieve that. It's been a while since I've done kind of a regular YouTube update on the train station besides the live streams. So I think I will add a video, kind of a regular video soon as well. I think I've done 2 parts, and it's happened a lot since I made part 2. So I can take the live streams and kind of add them in between as kind of time lapses. Then I can have some kind of shots in between the time lapses that describes what's happened since last time. So probably will do that this week as well. Should probably just do that on the go actually during the week, and then I can upload it maybe at the end of the week or something. Yeah, I think that's the plan. We'll see. Okay, 2 last rows to go. Start now. At least on the one of the sides here. See that I've used quite a lot of the slopes here, but there's a lot left as well, so we'll see how far it can go. And I don't think I have any mortars or slopes like this. Not much at least, so if I run out, I probably have to order some somewhere, but it should be quite easy to find a common piece and probably available in large quantities, quite cheap. It's a bit hard for you guys to see what I'm doing right now, but I will. I'm really close to being done with this side now, so I will put it up on the where it should be, so you can see the finished side here. Actually, it's about 10 more now. 8. Oh, now it's down to 6. 4, and that one was hard. 3, And the last one. Oh, God. Yeah, there we go. So that completes that side, I guess. And then I just need to reattach this wall here. It kind of fell off in the process. Not really sure what happened, but that's probably, yeah, shouldn't say it too fast. Probably easy to fix, but is it? Should be fairly easy to fix, but is there an issue here? What the? There we go. And then what's going on here? There we go. No, what is happening? No, this shouldn't be that hard. Okay, let's just start why. It's probably easier to do it like this. Yeah. I guess this part can be somewhat improved. So that's also something to think about, I guess. But there we go. Yeah. Now let's see how it's going to look like. There we go. Just fits correctly into place. That's always nice. And then I need to figure out, this one goes there and that one goes there. And these are the same all around, so you just have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it should go there. Then this one should go there and there. Yeah, so I'm still missing tiles on that section. These should go like that. Okay, so that one should go right there and right there. So this this solution I figured out last week, and that works quite well, I think. So there we go. Then of course I won't add this now because I'm going to add slopes to them first. But these ones are going to go like that, and those are quite easy to fit on there. But I'll add some slopes before I attach it again. This front section is kind of done now, for now at least. And then I'll continue on this section here and the other side, these two, next time. Yeah, so I think that's going to be it for today. It was a bit of a short one, but and unannounced, but that's what I managed to do today. So yeah, hope I'll see you guys another time, next time maybe, or yeah, another time. So thank you for watching, and bye bye.